Obia from
just Obia Bora baby. Now, I know, Minimdia. I said, all of a sudden, say, Obia and Koye Galamsey and Honto. In German forces, excavators could go baby. Giddy. I buy changing hands, pepe. When you said Tamania Forest Reserve, now
Tanania baby, now nominate you come a coy and you call your arrested.
Yes, Abanda Damuno. So I wouldn't Medina by me motive.
I could follow a buying.
A move one and a bull more. At the excavators, Cogumwa, or Mufia say forest. Yes, so your auntie, your boy, your coho, a kuchicha who drew pictures. Mimi amedase. Ne akosone de memi mom manye ni se ni bisa betimi akoso and this administration. Na ni nyina akwa se no. Ase obi afom menim ni aye emergency aba all of a sudden afidie obi apre no ho se ye ka ho aban atwamu aye yire ho Kaya Sekebia, Abai Sisa, Sisa.
One person in Ghana right now that you can trust when it comes to Galamsey issues, that you will know for sure that as for this person there, a ban Galamsey fighter, he has been consistent, he has not been bribed by anybody, at least per the way he's working. I can tell, say, he's not being manipulated by any politician to do anything. Is Erastus Asare, a journalist working with, I think that is Joy News. Joy News is multimedia, I believe. All right? Erastus has said something very captivating yesterday on Okatechi Afrifa's show. And Erastus said that the way Galamsey was under MPP, it has gotten worse. That's the few months under NDC. Erastus Asare said that. You can hear it yourself. He said that some people, businessmen, NDC party chairmen, and some influential people in the NDC had actually bought excavators down before the election. They bought excavators down that were on standby. The moment NDC took over on 7th January, they all marched into the forest. That is what is happening. Now, for that matter, Galamsey now, as we are seeing it, is become way worse than what was there when MPP was in power. And in fact, for this time around, we are seeing NDC party chairmen who would come and resist the task force from entering into the forest because they, as NDC party chairman, have not received any information from their party head office that the task force is coming. For the first time, Galamseyers have become so bold that they buy weapons, ammunitions. That you saw recently, yesterday, how a forestry commission guy, they slashed his knees with a machete. All these things are happening under John Dramani Mahama. And John Dramani Mahama is aware of it. Because every single day, he receives intelligence briefing. Every single day. Every day that John Dramani Mahama is alive as president, that Jenana Opokwa-Agyeman is alive as vice president, they receive national intelligence for them to be up to date with whatever is going on. So John Mahama, our president, is well aware, say, Minuka say, Galamsey is become worse, or you're well aware of it.
I said, Ubia from on the ground, no, Ubia, so Bora baby, any so okono okopiska. Enti forest reserves are
Onya, Jinaso, 1 second. What's it? But is it clear? Is the sound clear out there? Omo mochi no mote. Bibia okay. So social media for ni okay. Okay, so omo mini Erastus Asare don't qualify the picture to one. Whilst Erastus Kasano, show them some of the footages of what is happening at our forest site. Erastus, so quickly.
and the guabontain a buying and fee and a didimuana a buying diffuso. Power changing hands, pepe na NDC Mrantia Bears Miansa a formal groups and on Burum.
NDC Mrantia Bear Miansa a formal groups. And on Bora Tanonia Forest no.
I will win Potamo.
Me no kasenti de Hawaii, baby a corner on the Hawaii.
Who send me why Tradada? Come up, Forest, come up.
Oh, but some of them are call.
Now, okay, say, Nipper Bora on normally 5 groups. Initially, normally 3.
Normally, 3 in the Bora.
And the year who you born as a man for Cocon, as a young con, as a quayanko, and I'm you know, Galamsey field and the Tiana say. So, Biddy can boom, not test it. Pulse and a now be a mecaria, and now be a neria. Now, a for Rabacaho. Now for Rabacaho. No more doors, so sad at you. And it will be a young one, and I mean, groups me in the back on a 5, and almost a forest. And then we who did that, normally should have 4 Pamu Mumians. 7 no can say. Me, that's all how my age.
Mienu sesa ayi Tanania forest anymore. Wamo na ayi sa Tanania forest na wokano. I thought say omo de ma Samatex which is century. Sesa woni nyina won so. Ade no no te wa wo ye ma ayi Samatex fo ntimi kan wo we.
Samatex baby o or the application or the application to sell a timber concession application ho adwuma nensa enyankai
nensankai
enti ontimi nkase ho ne dia otumi ewoso baby nso ho nso a eho ye ne dia but amafo nso de tumi na abo awura ho meka tumi a na mpem bebre amafo ntiase but ye cofield ye ni mo ehagiri na omo ye so clever say either so a businessman or Wuska no influence and now we are bamu ni bia o tumi o baby and a tumi bi talent and now we party for bia chairman for bia ono and sponsor Chinese for yes one forestry commission officials for this role because nipa no okuatuo ekura sekan ekura niema nyina bi na o semram ho and na ya wo back no enso tumi it is so that for ko ha na ya sign. Oh, Sanya, almost fight a Tanania in a Esreke. Almost soldier for coy. The Pamo first 2. And Omuja 3 and a nomi did Anna 1 omni soldier for fetchy. Echo Pamo Omo. Niuna Akano. Unim say Omco bomb pempe fa nip be a volunteer, say. Meaning baby omo. Mamen Famonco. The Pacona from woman form. And I feel finally, one more can say, will be in the forest. And I'm say, I grown a moody. And I'm a fly drone. Oh, and I'm a day home for Nibigu, Abonting, excavators 5, Egum, our moya, a Quakumi and Sa, our moya Juma, oh, and I'm the better Abonting. Bessine, Janya Honfi. My main comment, Boy Tunnel, a reservoir.
Tunnel name.
Boy Tunnel Forest Reserve.
Boy Tunnel. So aside Tunnel and Miano, yeah, will be a friend Boy Tunnel so almost
a Boy Tunnel Forest Reserve. And no. Now, I don't know a GSD, a GSD, a globally biodiversity significant area. Just open homa ana emwa doma o hwehwe o mo wiase a wonhu o na ho no enti yesa daja at the to of e bo ho ban a protected forest Kanino under the previous administration obi anko but under this administration Oma Baurao. I no ka say China.
I just say what you omo be research no. Baby ana Akufo-Addo nyangura ye kura na government fo ni nyangura nko say ho no. Ye radwoma ama ba ye no wo mawura mu say ho. Boyta no.
Oma Baura boyta no a omo say no. Afi wo hwe baby a Tano Nimre Forest Reserve.
Tano Nimre also me call that side me call.
Yeah, ni akonta mine in Bowura mu no. Ene afoforo nso abawura mu ho a China fo gumu a yes na no say ma bo ho dawura abo eya ene echina yebekọ ho ene echina yebekọ ho still omushimu a omo say no okọ ba bi say subiri so
Now, if you are well aware of this canker, of this menace, okay, and you are not taking any action, what does it stand to reason? It means that all the while, the people who were involved in the Galamsey and the people who are now involved in it, you know them, and they are people who you benefit from. If John Mahama is not benefiting from Galamsey, he will not sit down to watch for our water bodies to be destroyed. His ineptitude, his I carelessism that he is demonstrating, his yentie obia attitude towards the Galamsey that he is demonstrating shows that NDC as a party and he himself as a president might have something to gain from this bad thing that is going on. And with all these things happening, Forestry Commission people have gone there. They are cutting them into pieces. Soldiers have gone there. They are shooting at them. Then you come and tell me that you are training 408 party foot soldiers to jog. After they jog for a week or two, then you are deploying them to go and protect water bodies. It tells you the kind of clueless government we have voted for. The kind of Tibonkosu government we have voted for. Because this government, what we are seeing now, is a Tibonkosu government. Correct one, by all standards. They can't do anything. They are the criminals. We have managed to vote criminals into office now. And no criminal would want to see Galamsey end. No. Uncle Maku says it's very sad. So you heard Erastus. That has become worse. So if you hear, Mami, you are welcome. Yes, I'm early. So if you hear that Galamsey has become worse, people have been able to send 50 excavators. Those excavators did not just enter the bush, or they were not just purchased over 2 months. So they were purchased when John Mahama started giving assurance to Galamsey. Say, if you hear, say, Mahama has won, go into the forest. That was when this started purchasing these excavators. So today you are hearing it. It's not from me. It's not from me. It's not from an MPP person. It's from a journalist who has been fighting this Galamsey fight. In fact, the reason I trust Erastus Asare's reportage is because he has been consistent. Under my government, under MPP, he was always there speaking about Galamsey, showing evidence of Galamsey. So I can't say maybe MPP nibi nekoman is casting on your side. You heard him himself from the horse's own mouth. One last time, let's hear him. Let's hear it for ourselves. Now, let me quickly speak about fighting against Galamsey. Ubekaya, 2 months to election, there was a lot of noise made. UTAC4 declared strike. TUC said they wanted to go on strike. And various other people. Some people had organized Stop Galamsey demonstration. We even saw some lady be trying to cry that they should stop Galamsey now. They should stop. All those drama we saw. Whilst the drama was ongoing, now NDC was making a certain argument. And the argument was that the LI that Parliament had approved that would enable mining in some forest reserves is the cause for the worsening Galamsey. And so NDC kept demanding that Akufo-Addo's government should there's a word, should repeal the LI and ban Galamsey in all forest reserves. That was a demand from NDC. That was a demand from UTAG. That was a demand from most of the unions. That we should repeal that LI that allows for a mining in forest reserves. That Akufo-Addo was so wicked. So NDC promised that when they come into power, they are going to repeal that LI. Is that not so? They are going to fight against Galamsey. It's going to become a thing of the past. Now, an expert was on TV3 just this past Saturday. And that is where we got to know that indeed NDC has sent the LI back to Parliament. Me, when I was told NDC has sent the LI back to Parliament, I didn't want to read it again because I knew, say, obviously they are going to repeal it in its entirety to stop mining in the forest reserve. Because that's what they promised Ghanaians. So when I saw the headline, I was happy. They are going to repeal it. Just for an expert to come and tell us this. Listen, I don't want you to hear from me. Hear from the expert. It's a very short one. Listen to the expert.
We actually go by the present instrument as is before Parliament. We are only going to be able to secure and save less than 10% of Ghana's forest reserves. If we go by the instrument currently before Parliament, which is seeking to, review or amend Section 3, Sub-Regulation, Regulation 3, Sub-Regulation 2, it will only save less than 10% of Ghana's forest reserves.
I see.
The basis for which this LI was first of all enacted was coming from an environmental guideline which allowed for mining in production forest reserves. And that guideline even had a cap.
You hear it yourself. It is not the voice saying it. Expert invited on TV3. This same expert was loud during Akufo-Addo's government. Now the NDC that has promised Ghanaians that they are coming to save the forest cover of Ghana, that they should sack MPP because MPP was the one doing Galamsey, destroying the forest. When they send the LI back to Parliament, and as we are speaking, that LI is back to Parliament, they did not send it for it to be repealed, though. They have sent it for amendment. And even if they pass the amendment, they will only be the amendment that NDC is seeking to secure. They will be only able to save less than 10%, less than 10% of our forest reserves. So, were we right to have voted out MPP government? No, because it is almost as if NDC is not willing to see that Galamsey ends. They are not willing because they are well aware that monies from this Galamsey found its way into their campaign, and they are preparing for another campaign some 4 years from now. So we as the people, we really, really have to think about the best course for action, because if we leave it to government won't fight this Galamsey. So may God help us.